Guys, I think this feels very weird. I feel like I'm like a new streamer for the first time ever. And I'm a little bit nervous, but we're home. I'm sure there's probably a million audio issues. I'm sure I probably sound like crap, but I'm back from my trip. And I can't believe I'm already home. I legit feel like I just posted that message in Discord that when I was telling you guys I was leaving, and I just posted the thank you, and I'm already back. It went by like this. And in the moment, it didn't really feel like it was, but it went by fast. And this is kind of a weird stream time, so I'm sure like not everyone's gonna expect me to be live right now, but we're here, and I hope you guys are all doing great. Oscar, what's up, buddy? Alan, how you doing, man? Anderson, how you doing? Nice tan. Don't worry, I got burned. My head is peeling so bad right now. It's peeling really bad. But I have a lot of mixed thoughts on the trip overall. There's a lot of things I love. There's a lot of things I didn't like as much, but I had a really good time, and I met a lot of really good people that I never would have met otherwise. So I made a lot of friends, and I had a lot of good moments and memories, and really bad things that happened too. A lot of rough things. Oh, if you guys didn't know, I went on a cruise for like I was on a cruise for like a week and a half. Like I was on the cruise for the week, but I was gone for like a week and a half. So I guess I'll just catch you guys up because we're just gonna be live here for like 2 hours probably, and then I'll be back to streaming regularly probably like Wednesday or Thursday this week. So this is not like me coming back fully because I probably won't be live tomorrow. I got a little bit sick, so I got like a little bit of a runny nose right now, and I got a little bit of a cough going on. So if you hear me yakking, just know that I'm a little bit sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. So I'm not doing Hail Papa, I love you so much. I cannot believe you've been a member for 70 months of your life. I love you so much. I really appreciate it. Dreams, how we doing? Yeah, if you guys hit this, let me just show you guys something crazy, okay? This was day 2 of the cruise. Day 2. And you guys owe me $5 for the foot pick. So if you guys are looking at this right now, you guys owe me $5. Just letting you know. I sprained the shit out of my ankle, and it's still very puffy and really swollen, but I'll tell you guys the full story what happened, but this almost ruined my whole trip because I almost was unable to walk at all. So this was really, really bad. And you guys probably remember I was making a lot of jokes about getting hurt because I don't have a passport and I wouldn't be able to fly myself home. So if I would have broke my ankle on the ship, I would have been screwed. So it was tough. Leslie, thank you for the super chat. Because I'm gonna gift a membership. I haven't done that yet today, so we're gonna gift a membership here quick. And I'm gonna go through everything that happened. I got every picture from my cruise that I took that I liked here, and we're just gonna go through them really fast, and I'll talk about everything that I did, and I'll talk about all the stuff I experienced and saw, and I had a really good time. Leslie, thank you for the dollar. There's probably about like 10 people I met that I became friends with that subscribed to the channel. So you guys might see some new faces in chat, and I don't know if they're ever gonna show up here, but I did meet some really cool people. Aniston, thank you for the $5 Bomberino. I love you so much. Whoa, is that Alex with the super chat? The $7.99? Alex, thank you for the super chat, dude. Oh my God. I saw you looked at one of my stories, Alex. I really miss you, buddy. And I'm really appreciative of you. I got so much to talk about, man. I got so many things I wanna like from my first day in Miami to my plane flights, and I had a delay. I haven't even been home for 24 hours yet. I got back last night around 2 in the morning, and then I slept for like 11 hours. And then I went to go see my family today because they haven't seen me in a while. I got them all. I bought them a bunch of souvenirs and a bunch of presents. So I went to go give them all their presents today. And I got home. I went to dinner. And I was like, do I want to go live tonight and just talk to people about my trip? And I was like debating about it. I'm like, oh, let's just go live. And here we are. You want to hear about the southern weather? Oh boy. Well, down in the south, where they wear those straw hats, the cruise overall, if I could give you like a rating out of 10, here's my rating out of 10. I would give the cruise, my experience, the people were 10 out of 10. I met some awesome people that were traveling solo, but I would say the experience of cruising is probably a 6 out of 10. There's a lot of things I didn't like about it, and there's a lot of things I loved about it. And it was really, really back and forth. Let me go get the membership here quick, guys. Give me 1 minute. But Alex, I love you very much. Thank you for the super chat. There is, I should have already known this. There are a lot of people that go on cruises. And when I say there's a lot of people, there's a lot of moments when you're shoulder to shoulder with people that are coughing and yakking and spewing up their human fluids, and they're just shooting them out. And that happened a lot. And that was really annoying. So when I knew people would be out and about, I tried to be in my room, because I had a pretty nice room on the ship. I had like a ship a room in the back of the ship. So like during big busy periods, I would intentionally not be out and about. But people just love shooting those lung fluid all over the place. And then I inevitably got sick, because like as the cruise was like going on and on and on, like as the week went by, more people started coughing. So you could tell that whatever people had on the ship was spreading. And that was when I was like getting ready. I was like, I think I'm ready to go. But it really surprised me, the amount of people, because I knew there'd be like 5,000 people on the ship. But when you like internalize 5,000 people versus like seeing 5,000 people, it's a complete different thing. It's a complete, like I did not internalize the amount of people I'd be seeing well enough, because I thought I knew what that would be like, but I had no idea. Yeah, well, I'm sick. Yeah, I am sick. But guys, I want to do something with you guys. I have not had a spindrift in about a week and a half. So I had some sparkling water on the boat, but I want to give you guys all a cheers right now. And I want to have my first spindrift since being home with you guys here. So I'm going to cheers you all. Microwave, it's good to see you. It is a big downside, but that just meant there was a lot of people, like a lot more people that were cool. Because I met a freaking ton of people, and I got to like, you know, exchange information with them, told them what I did, I learned what they did. So like it was really nice to go out in the world and experience a lot of like human interaction and like just get to spend time with people. So I like the amount of people. It's just some people are gross and like they're really disgusting, and that kind of bothered me. Yo, Elkadias with a $10 SGD. Welcome back to Nick Working Now. I would drop by to say hi. Looking forward to upcoming streams. Dude, I love you so much. I love you so much. And I think I liked it being a streamer on the ship, because I had people to talk to, even if I like wanted to go back to my room. Now, I used that time to like reply to messages and like just see what people were saying about my pictures I was posting. So I enjoyed that part of it too. I have a lot to say about the ports. Some of the cruise ports are the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life, and they're just built from the ground up to try to extract money out of you. And people that work at cruise ports are genuinely the most on like just complete, like they're just savages. They don't have any, like they'll just sell you anything. They'll sell you their shoe. They'll sell you their dog. They'll try to give you a tequila shot. I had a guy trying to sell me Vicodin. I was walking by. Hey Copper, thank you so much for the 5 gifted, man. I really appreciate it. There was a guy that was selling morphine in Mexico. There were people that were selling all kinds of drugs, and I was literally, okay, so I'll show you guys some pictures in a little bit, but I had an excursion where I was going to swim with dolphins. That was a freaking mistake. If you guys ever go on a cruise and you go to Cozumel, Mexico, okay? And I'm gonna get down on my knees right now. Let me get down on my knees. Please don't go swim with the dolphins. They are so mistreated, and they basically live in a bowl of cereal. Don't do it. Go find them in the ocean. I'm just thinking about what I saw when I went there, and it just breaks my heart. And the people there are so apathetic. They'll smile at you just so they can try to sell you a $500 photo of you swimming with a dolphin. It's like, dude, this is like dystopian. They take these dolphins out of the freaking ocean and they put them in bowls of cereal, and you go in there and you swim with them. And one of the dolphins had a baby, and she kept on trying to swim back over to the baby, and the guy kept pulling her back. And he's like, oh, sorry, she wants to go check on her baby. I'm like, dude, she's a mother. Of course she does. I'm like, if me being in this pool right now is making it so she can't be with her daughter, I'm getting the frick out of here, dude. I don't even want to be around. And so that was hard to see. And before they even tried to sell me, like one of the guys warned me. He said, before you leave here, just know they're going to try to sell you like a $400 picture. And I was like, can I just leave before they even try to do that? He's like, yeah, you can walk out. I'm like, I'm going to walk out right now. And I walked out and I went back to the ship. So that stuff was, it was hard because I genuinely felt really bad for the dolphins, because as soon as I found out she had like a baby dolphin in the other pool, I was like, this is really like effed up. So that was kind of a bust. And then they like packed you in cars like you were cattle, and they shipped you back to the cruise port. That was the worst day of the ship. Thankfully, it went up from there. But I'll show you guys some pictures and everything. I got a lot of pictures. We'll just kind of scroll through them. But I did have like a really good time, and we're gonna play Wordle because I haven't played Wordle today yet either. So if you guys want to give me a word for Wordle, I would love that too. Yo, Ash, thanks for the raid, dude. I hope you had a good stream. Dee, congrats on the membership. Who did I snipe? I got Angel. What up, Gigi's? Dee, Bug, Hopeful, Nita's Cafe. But you guys want to know the good thing about the ship? And I got a picture of it here. I had the best gelato. I gotta show you guys this gelato. This gelato changed my life. Maybe I didn't post it here. How would I not have posted my gelato? That was like my favorite thing on the whole ship. And I don't know if you guys, Lisa sent me like a little birthday care package, and she sent me this Lapras plush. I didn't mean to bring this with me. Like, I must have like accidentally had it on the bottom of my bag, but I was unpacking on the ship and I saw it was in there. I'm like, oh dude, I can get a cool picture like on the back of the ship with the Lapras. So that was honestly like a really like coincidence that I could do that right here. Guys, this gelato is what is missing with humanity. Like, if you ever have one of those days where you're like, something just doesn't feel right today, something feels off, it's because this gelato is not in your stomach and you're not digesting it. It is the best. It's basically like morphine but frozen. So I got that every day after lunch, and that was like my routine after a few days on the ship. Urbo. Yeah, I'm a little bit. Yeah. Remember, you guys were probably here for my birthday stream. Remember when I got that like little retro Game Boy? I played that a lot on my flights, but not on the ship. Urbo, it's good to see you. Oh no! I showed my mom the first day on the ship. I'll give you guys a story of I'll just take you guys through a little bit of what happened starting now, okay? So this was before I left. I had is that what the guy sold you at the port? No. He sold me he was trying to sell me actual morphine that would probably have killed me. Because you don't know if they put they could have put Oxycontin in there, they could have put you don't know what they're putting in the morphine in Mexico. They're probably mixing a lot of shit in there. And then that was me at the airport. Okay. And this is where it all went wrong. Because on my ticket for this flight leaving Flint, Michigan, it said I didn't have a seat on the plane. Right? It said I didn't have a seat on the plane. So they told me that and I think that was only the case because they wanted to, before they gave me a seat, they wanted to make sure I was okay with like having to help them evacuate the flight or whatever. Like I got one of the seats with like the evacuation doors. So I eventually figured out that was the reason, but I thought I was going to have to find a new flight. Because when that happened last time, they overbooked the flight and then they had to have people go find new flights. And one of my friends that I met on the ship, she got paid $1,000 by her airline to go find a new flight the next day. And so I guess that could have happened to me. Oh, Sophia, thank you for 72 months. Welcome home, Nick. Happy 6 years. Always so happy to catch you when I can. Can't wait to hear about all your travels. Yeah, Sophia, it was a good time, but it was also kind of it was like one of those things where I'm happy I experienced it, but it wasn't without it, like a lot of like ups and downs. There were a lot of things a lot of stuff went south. Sophia, it means a whole lot. I really, really, really appreciate it. Dude, it feels so weird to be streaming right now. Like being live right now feels weird. I think it'll be a while before I feel like comfortable being live. Is that Sleepy in my chat? Oh my God, Sleepy, how we doing? Yeah, we flew I flew out of Flint and I flew back into Flint. That was the same airport that I left from and then I came from. Well, I left from and then I came back to. But my flight got delayed last night by 4 hours, so I was sitting in Chicago for 4 hours. I got some stories about that too. I'll tell you guys about the stories I had. Yo, Corey, how we doing, dude? But there was a lot of really cool people that were just, you know, wishing me well on the trip, and a lot of people were just, it was nice to be able to like share the experience with people while also going solo. So I was trying to post, and I know I promised you guys I would stream on the cruise, but the Wi-Fi kept on going in and out. So I was like, if I stream, I'm gonna be like, you guys are gonna like, you won't even know I'm on a cruise. You'll just see a bunch of pixels the whole time, and you'll just hear me like cutting in and out. So the Wi-Fi was good when it was good, but when it was bad, it was non-existent. So I'm like, this is not good to stream on. And I was like just living in the moment too, you know. But that was my first flight. This is me flying into Chicago in the morning. And then I got to Chicago. And this is me walking to my next flight. The Chicago airport is really, really nice. Except the bathrooms, and there's... Let me tell you guys two things about the Chicago airport that suck big balls, okay? It's a very nice place to go, great shops. The Pokemon cards are... The scalpers are selling these. Like, these are higher than scalper prices. You want to get a 1 pack of Chaos Rising, $15. And like, I know airports have like markups and like for convenience, but what person is going to be spending $14.95 on 1 pack of cards or $170 on a Chaos Rising ETB? Like, this had me kind of dumbfounded. In the bathrooms, dude, they had caution tape around 3 of the stalls. Like, people blew these stalls up. You don't want to go in the stalls, man. You don't want to know what someone just delivered from their body into this toilet. Like, you better use the other one. So most of the bathrooms, like, people must have just had, like, they went to like the Mexican places in Chicago and they just completely just they made them uninhabitable. Like all the stalls had like shit induced climate change. So like, you want to go in there and you want to use the bathroom, oh, you can't do it. We already have too much. We had too many people blow it up. And so I saw that and I was like, this is going to be an expensive trip. And that was phase 1. And I did find a sparkling water that I like better than Spindrift. This sparkling water, this is way better than Spindrift. So I had that at Chicago for my first flight. And there's a guy. Really, Sophia? Wait, like what kind of mall would have prices like that? I've never been to like a vending machine mall, but that's pretty crazy. Yeah, for Chaos, like that is insane. No, I didn't find Jeff anywhere. And then, all right, guys, here's a story about I didn't tell this yet to anybody. So this is me getting to my, this is me walking off the plane, I think, in Miami. And I get picked up by an Uber driver. Okay. So Uber driver comes, picks me up. I'm in his car. The only thing he had said to me so far was hi. I shook his hand, and he asked me if the AC is at a good level. And I was like, yeah, AC is at a good level. And then it's quiet for about a few minutes, and I'm trying to find something to say, but I'm like, maybe he wants to be just silent, so maybe we don't gotta talk. And he goes, are you a soccer fan? And I was like, not really a soccer fan. But I'm like, I'm sure people are gonna be watching the games all week. He was like, okay, you're not a soccer fan? He's like, I just gotta let you know, I'm a married man, but I'm gay for Messi. And that's the only thing he said to me the rest of the trip. And I was like, this is a really crazy first Uber ride. And this is the view from, like, Miami was really nice, but they had a lot of construction everywhere. Like half the city was beautiful, and then half the city was under construction. So I didn't know if I really liked Miami that much. But this is like the view from my hotel room. And I genuinely, guys, don't believe this. I brought like some cash with me, and I'm like, what am I gonna spend cash on a cruise ship? So I'm like, I'll just go to Publix and stock up on some stuff. This Publix only took cards. They didn't take cash. And I'm like, are we really like becoming a cashless society? So I didn't really find a lot to like buy with money, like actual cash. So I thought that was kind of crazy. Yeah, Miami's the worst. You should be lucky, Urbo, you didn't come down to Miami. Because I'm happy I went there and I visited, but this is not a city to live in. This is not a city that I would want to live in, and this is not a city that I think is really great for families. Like, it's a city, you go down there, you get pissed drunk, you watch a few games, you walk along the beach, you go to a couple nightclubs, you go to a couple places, but this is, like, out of all the cities I've been to, Miami is the one I would want to live in the least. And I've been to LA, and LA is also bad, but I would rather live there than Miami if I had to pick. Oh, official, how we doing, dude? And this is my hotel right here. And my hotel was under construction. So like half the hotel, I had to walk through a construction area to get to my room. So that was kind of shit. And my room was like, it was nice. I think I got a picture of it. That was my first lunch in Miami. And that was also the view from like the little balcony they had next to my room. So I could see my cruise ship all the way from my room, which is kind of cool. But yeah, like the traffic was bad. The people were some of the people were really nice. And then you know what Miami had a lot of? There was a lot of cocks running around. A lot of cocks. They were clucking. They were climbing up shit. They were on top of trees. They were on top of these little poles. I've never seen so many roosters walking around, like just having a good time. And I'm like, wow, I didn't expect there to be like chickens and roosters just everywhere. But I'd be walking around. They ran the city. I like, people say that kangaroos run Australia. Roosters and cocks, they run Miami. That's what Miami's run by. I walked out of my room, like, it was funny because there was a guy walking his dog outside my hotel, and it was like late at night, so I was like, I'll just go for a walk. I just had dinner, and I walked by like this little dirt thing, and there's a rooster there, and he's like clucking at me or whatever, and I'm just looking at him, and a guy walks by and he's like, "You're not from here, are you?" I'm like, "No, I'm from Michigan." He's like, "Yeah, we got a lot of those running around." And I was like, this is a weird place. And I just kept on walking. I just like, the guy could just tell I wasn't from there. It was actually pretty funny. But this was the view. Yo, Ari, thank you for 16 months. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. It's run by cocks and roosters. But there's a lot of nice people too. And this was like the inside of my my hotel. They had like all the floors. They had like interior balconies. That was pretty cool. And these are just pictures of Miami that I took before I boarded. And like, you know what's weird about this? the ducks didn't run away from you. Like in Michigan, if I saw ducks like this, they would run away from me. I could have walked up to the ducks and picked them up and then carried one home with me. Like they didn't care that I was even and I was kind of like testing them to see if they'd run. So I would get like a little bit close to them, and they just didn't run at all. They were just happy that I was near them. And this is what I'm talking about. This guy, oh my God, you guys, I was walking home from Publix. This rooster was on the ground, and he jumped up on this parking meter, and he was just looking at me, and he went, bark, 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 bark. And I'm like, this city's not real. This city's not real. And then I was walking by, I'm like, and a guy was walking near me, and I was like, that rooster's a crackhead. He's like, yeah, they all are. And then this is when he jumped from the parking meter into a nearby tree. Like they are crazy. Didi, we're basically neighbors? Wait, do you live near Flint? I'm like 40 minutes away from Flint. And the weird thing is, I met 4 people on the cruise ship from Michigan, and one of them lives 20 minutes away from me. And that was the view from my hotel at night. And that was my hotel from like the pool. It was really weird to be in a new city and to be alone. It was a really weird feeling, like to be somewhere I've never been before, and to get Ubered to a hotel and get dropped off and have to wait there all night for like to board my cruise in the morning. This was something it just felt weird. But I was living in the moment, just enjoying what I could. Would I prefer to see stray dogs or cats in the Philippines? Wait, would I prefer to see stray dogs and cats? Yeah, because those are animals. Like roosters belong on farms. You see a cat and a dog running around, like those can be like in a city, right? You don't just see freaking cocks in the city. Like you don't see them, like you just don't see roosters everywhere. I've never been in a city that's like that. Wow, Didi, you must live really close to me then. You live near Birch Run? Wow. I actually don't even think I ever knew you were even in Michigan. I just never been to a city like that where there's just like actual like roosters that are just walking around. It was really cool. And this is this is like the last picture of my hotel, and then we'll get to like the cruise stuff. So this was this was the sunrise of me leaving in the morning to get my Uber. And the crazy thing is I went in, it was sunny as hell. There was not you might see a couple clouds in this picture, but when I walked into like this store to buy some food in the morning, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. I walk in, buy a banana, bought a water, bought like some stuff before I left. Talk to the girl in there for a second, said thank you, walk out, it's raining. And a guy walked by, I'm like, does the weather change in Miami that fast all the time? And he's like, yup. And I was like, this is a wild place. And that was my hotel room the first night. It wasn't that great. And there's me. And then this is the first time I saw the ship. So I just got through all like the security stuff, and I got my bags checked. And I was looking out the window, and I'm like, this cruise ship is massive. And it was huge. So that was the first time seeing the ship. And that was the view from the window. And this is the first thing that I went to, like when you board the ship, they take your luggage, and your room's not ready. So you're walking around the ship with nowhere to go except like to explore. So my room wasn't ready till like 3 p.m. and I got on the ship at 11. So I had 4 hours to do whatever I wanted on the ship before my room was ready. So I had my carry-on with me. And I just walked all around the ship getting comfortable with everything, so I knew where everything was. So I did like a big walkthrough. And then that was just some pictures of like the Miami outside. That was my first day eating lunch. I went to like this like American diner that was actually pretty good. And that was the view. And then I was sitting in the diner, and I'm like, I'm gonna be on this ship for 7 days. And it scared me. because I'm like, this ship leaves and I'm gonna be on here. And that was the first thing I had for lunch. Didi, that is crazy. You're in Clio. That is actually crazy. We'll have to meet up sometime, because I feel like I go to Clio like a few times a year. Yeah, you guys have insane weather, Urbo. Like the weather in Florida, I don't think I could live there. I don't think I could. And then, yeah, so we're gonna get to the ankle story. I sprained my ankle so bad on the ship, and it almost ruined my whole vacation. That was my first burger I had. And then that was like the other cruise ship that was next to us. I think that was Carnival. And then I was just like taking the views, and I was like getting ready, because this hot tub, this is the hot tub that no one knows about. Like, you know how like in life there's things that are like beautiful and amazing that no one even knows exists? I found this hot tub, and this hot tub was an untouched gem. All the other hot tubs were disgusting. They were polluted. They were vile. They were putrid. They were touched. They were peed in, maybe even pooped in. A lot of fluids went in those hot tubs. This one was a pristine gem of innocence, purity, beauty, blue. And I used this one when I went in the hot tub. I found like, and then I knew that if people found this hot tub too, that we were meant to be in the hot tub together. So this was like I was like a side quest character. You found the hidden hot tub. So that was cool. And then that was the top of the ship. Unlimited coffee all week. So I drank a lot of coffee. So they had like coffee, and they had tea, they had juice, they had water. So you could like just get as much as you wanted of that all the time. So I took advantage of all that for sure. Hey Muck, I'm glad you're here, buddy. I had a really good time, man. I had a really good trip. I got out there and I lived for a while. Unlimited honey. So I put honey in my coffee every day. I had kept that thing filled. So that was awesome. And then there's gonna be more gambling stories. I did gamble a little bit, but I got some stories. I went to the nightclub on the ship a couple times because I made some friends that go, I'm not a nightclub person. You'll never find me in a nightclub because the music is louder than it's louder than what's like a diesel engine, and it's in your ear the whole time. But I got dragged into the nightclub a couple times and had a girl freaking dude, it was too much. Marcel, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I love this girl, dude. Michelle, Nicole, David, Gruki. Guys, give me 1 sec, okay? 1 sec. You guys know how Rima Nora has like you guys might know who she is. She has her snot breaks. I'm kind of sick right now. My nose is running really bad, so I had to take a snot break. And I knew I'd probably get sick going on the cruise, and I got sick. But I had a sore throat like 3 days ago, and then that went away already. And now I just have like a runny nose, so I think I'm like almost over being sick. Marcel, it means a whole lot, and I'm really glad to see you, and I hope you had a really good week. I hope you guys all were healthy and good, and everybody took a nice break from me, because we all need a break from me. And that's pretty much all that section. We're getting, I think this is about the time where I sprained my ankle, though. No, that's not quite yet. And this was like, they had like a little hallway with different slot machines. And this is like the center part of the ship where they had like a bunch of restaurants and the casinos here, and they had like a bunch of stuff on top. Like they had like a jewelry store and a winery, and they had all kinds of stuff up there. And then they had like the comedy show. I did make friends with both stand-up comedians on the ship. And then also I made friends with a guy that did like a magic show on the ship. Because one of the people that I made friends with, because the good thing about Norwegian was every night they had a meetup for everyone that was on the ship solo. And I met a group of people that cruised together all the time. And they kind of like, I was just hanging out with them a little bit. And they're like, hey, you seem cool. Do you want to hang out with us? And I was like, yeah, but I kind of also want to do my own thing too. So I don't want to spend all my time with you guys on the ship, but I'm down to like hang out for sure. And then they were friends with both the comedians and they were friends with the guy that did magic. So I got to meet both of them and I got to meet the magic guy and we like exchanged information. And I just talked to them about like, it was so fascinating because I got to like talk to them a lot. And I had dinner with the comedians a couple times and it was just awesome. So I really enjoyed that a lot. And then I never played pool. The ship had billiards. I never even played billiards. I wanted to play a lot, but I never did. And then this was the bar in the ship that I ate at every night. And I got a really funny story to tell you guys about the bar in the ship. There was a guy every night. He knew I was gluten-free. So before I even got to the bar, he would bring me a tray of gluten-free fries and a bunch of eggs. I don't know why he thought I liked eggs, but he just thought I liked eggs. So he'd bring me a bunch of eggs. He'd bring me a bunch of gluten-free fries. He would put his arm around me. He'd say, you know I got you, dude. He'd go back in the kitchen. And I was like, dude, that is awesome. So I gave him like a bunch of tips and I tried to make sure he knew I appreciated that. But it was crazy. I was with some people I met on the ship and I'm like, what do you guys want to bet? We're going to walk in. He's going to see me sit down. And before we even sit for like 2 minutes, he's going to bring out some gluten-free fries. Like clockwork. Every night he'd bring me those fries. And he knew, he just knew. And then they had video games on the ship. I didn't really play a lot of these. They had skee ball, they had darts. And then like the elevators were kind of crazy on the ship. They had like 8 elevators in 2 different places for all the people. And they were always busy. And then every time you wanted to like try to call an elevator, the doors would open up and it was always full of people. So before I sprained my ankle, because I sprained the heck out of my ankle like day 2 on the ship, I was just taking the stairs. And then eventually I had to take the elevator more because my ankle was all messed up. All right, guys, I've made it. And this is my room. I don't know if you guys, I'll just let it play. So this is where I stayed for a whole week. It was honestly pretty spacious. So there's the door you saw in the beginning, that was the bathroom door. And then this door led to my balcony. And I honestly use this a lot. I laid out here every morning and I got some sun and I just kind of soaked in the vibes of wherever we were at for the day. And I didn't even know if I'd really need a balcony, but I would recommend getting a balcony. I didn't even get really seasick at all. Like I was pretty high on the ship and I didn't really get sick at all, which was good. And okay, this was in my bathroom. I bet you people probably flush the most insane things on ships. They probably flush everything. So the cruise line had to let us know, please only flush your poop, your pee, your toilet paper, and the water that's in the toilet already. Because I bet you they find some stuff in there that is just, you wouldn't even believe it probably. So I had a nice reminder that I should probably not flush anything besides. And they had like a bunch of art shows, so I went through like a lot of the art shows that I was just seeing like art they were selling. They auctioned some of these off. And you could even play Deal or No Deal. Oh yeah, look, it was nice, dude. Like my ship I was on, it was really nice. I didn't play this, but I just watched people play. That was pretty nice. And this is like the main part of like the entertainment area. Like they had like a bunch of games and bingo and stuff here. I didn't really do much there, but. And this was the side view from the ship. Like we were still in Miami at this point, so we hadn't even left yet. You weren't allowed to flush the poop on the cruise I went on because plumbing failed. Dude, guys, cruise ships are not luxurious, okay? Let me tell you what. You think There's parts about it that can be luxurious, but cruise ships aren't luxurious. There's 5,000 people that are coughing and they're just pissing, and there's a lot of annoying people for sure, and there's a lot of cool people, but like they're not I think cruises have become not a luxurious way to travel. Like, you're just on a cruise ship full of disgusting people, and you got to be with them for a whole. And I love people, and I don't say that try to insult anybody, but there's a lot of nasty people. There's a lot of nasty people, and you're with them for a week. But I did have a good time. I did enjoy a lot of what I did, but being around that many people and the people that I was around was definitely a negative for me. And this is like the first comedy show that I went to, and I got to hang out with that comic off set too, which is cool. Oh, Rye, you gotta go. Rye, you gotta get out of here. Yeah, I did, Ash. I really did. I met a lot of cool people. I had a really good time. I enjoyed myself a lot. Even though there was a lot of stuff that made it bad, I did have a good time on the ship. It was actually pretty enjoyable. And I think I met some friends on the ship, and they're trying to get me to book another one next year. But like I was like, this might be a one and done thing. I might go on the ship, and I might, you know, like this might not be something I want to do again. I don't know, because I'm happy I made the memories I did. I'll never forget it. But there's so many other ways you can travel and take vacations that aren't a cruise ship. And I think I would want to, this is one of my favorite pictures I took on the whole ship too. And then I got some gelato. This was the first, this is the first like premium food that I got on the ship. It was like, I went to hibachi, and the hibachi on the ship was actually really good. And the guy that was preparing the food, he was honestly really funny too. So he pulled this chicken out of his hat, and he's like, "Oh man, I didn't know he broke one of the eggs in his hat by accident, and then he pulled this out of it. Like, it was a stupid joke, but that was the first food I had. You could also win a Switch 2 on the ship. They had like this as a prize in one of like the games. Like, they had like a little video arcade. I didn't play it all, but I could have tried to win a Switch 2. Rye, thanks for the welcome back. Your boy's a little bit sick. The germs on the ship got to me. I was trying to like fight the germs off like I was Osmosis Jones, but the germs got to me. And then this was pretty much my breakfast every day. I got Honey Nut Cheerios, eggs, bacon, a bunch of fruit. Dude, they had like, honestly, like they had a lot of good food. Like for breakfast, they had a bunch of good food. So if I could rate the food on the ship, even the food that was free for the masses, their food was honestly like a 9 out of 10. And I was expecting like not that. So I can say that I thoroughly enjoyed that. Cookie Wookie Schmookie, thank you for 45 months. Hello, Beacon fam. Hope y'all had been well, get soon well. Yeah, I'm not going to be back to streaming like regularly till I'm like better, but they got to me. Cookie, thank you for 45 months. That is crazy. I appreciate it a lot. And this was this must have been our first port day. This was the first day I got off the ship with like in Cozumel, and this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna start ranting again. So before I start ranting, buckle in. I got off the ship. This is after. Okay, well, my sprained ankle happened first. All right, I'll show you guys my ankle. And so this happened day 2. Like the first full day I was on the ship, I was exploring. I was going to meet some friends. I was walking down the stairs. I missed a step, and the effort of trying to catch myself, my foot went sideways, and I landed full force on my sideways ankle, and I heard a super loud pop and a super loud stretching noise, and I fell on the ground. I bruised my arm, and I was laying there for about 5 seconds, and then I got up, and I crawled over to a chair, and I sat down, and I was sitting in the chair, and I was like, this is it. I broke my ankle, and I'm gonna have to sit in my room the rest of the trip, and this really blows. And I just sat there in the chair looking, and I was like, I am an idiot. And I was sad, and I was depressed, and I was about to call my mom, and I was gonna say, hey mom, I might have to get a plane ride home because I broke my ankle. And I was like, I'm like, I'm just gonna try to walk on it. So I tried to put pressure on it, and I barely could. And I was like, maybe it's just sprained. Cause I thought for sure I broke it. I thought for sure I broke it. So I like put a little bit of pressure on it, and I could barely. And then I got to the point where I could like limp on it. And I went back to my room, and I basically just slept all day. So the second day of the trip, I didn't really do anything. I just laid in bed. And then by the morning after this, I could limp on it, which was like honestly like not great. So it's still kind of blue. It still kind of sucked. Anyways, and then I didn't break it. It's still puffy and swollen. It's still pretty bruised, but I didn't break it at least. So that's honestly really good. But you're gonna hear me rant, right? You're gonna hear me rant. Yeah, ankles just suck, man. Like, I think if I have if there's a part of my body that's like a weak part of my body, my ankles are the weak part of my body. These are all the people I met that I became really good friends with too. All these people in this row here, these were like the coolest people on the whole ship. So I became really good friends with them, and then we did a lot of stuff together. We hung out together. I didn't dislike anybody in this group. They were all really nice to me, and we have like a little group chat. They're trying to get me to go on like another cruise, and I'm like, I think I'm good, but that was like the highlight of the whole trip for me. I enjoyed hanging out with them. I won a total of like $400 at the casino, so that was pretty good. I walked into the ship with less money than I walked out with. So I walked out with like $1,500 in cash, and I walked in with like $1,100 or like $1,200. So I did pretty good at the casino. Anyways, so this was our first day at port. So this is the first day where we docked our ship. And I limped out here. I already knew this is probably going to be a rough day. Okay, so I leave the ship. I limp out. I'm limping. I get to the end of the dock, and I'm going to like do like a little dolphin swim thing. So I'm going to swim with dolphins, and I'm miserable. Like my foot hurts really bad. And we get here, and they have these dolphins in like bowls of cereal. Like I said, like they're living in bowls of cereal. They have such a bad quality of life. You can tell they're not happy. Like they're not fed very well. They barely fed them when they were doing tricks for us. And they're basically prisoners. Like these dolphins are basically slaves here. And they're just slaves for the people that the cruise ships dump here. And this is my biggest regret. My biggest regret was supporting this place with my money, because I think this is unethical. It's horrible. They don't give you a lot of time with the dolphins for the amount like you got to spend to go here anyways, but they just dump people in. They say, oh, you're on a cruise, you want to come see some dolphins, let's dump them into this place. And they just dump you in, and they dump a whole lot of people in here. They don't have enough life jackets, so you got to wait 2 hours. I waited 3 hours to get a life jacket when I got to this place. I got here at about 10 in the morning. I got a life jacket at 1 p.m. to go swim with the dolphins. It's horrible. I hope that Mexico closes every one of these places down. They got like we got to go in here, and we have to just like I think the government's got to go in here and just like free the dolphins. Like this place bothers me. Nothing about it. So I came here. I got to swim with the dolphins, and I went home, and I went back to the ship. So that was the worst excursion that I did the whole time that I was excursioning. And this was my first lunch I had on the ship. There was like a cool bar, and they had like some good like chicken salad sandwiches. So I got that. And those are all the people I met that I became friends with. All right. So you guys see the gentleman right here? He was celebrating his birthday on the ship. His name is Brandon. He's from the Bahamas. This is a true story. He left the Bahamas, flew to Miami, and his airline didn't ship his luggage with him. Okay? This story cracked me up. So they didn't ship his luggage with him at all. And he calls the airline and he says, "Hey, do you guys have my luggage?" And the guy says, from the airline in the Bahamas, he goes, "Yeah, we have it. It's right here." He goes, "Why is it right here? He's like, "I'm in Miami." And they go, "Oh, we didn't ship. We didn't send it on the plane. We forgot to do that." And he's like, "I'm in I'm in Miami." So he had to go to Walmart in Miami to get all new clothes before he got on the ship. And then every day he would go to like the ports we stopped at, and he would like buy clothes from the ports just to wear that day. So like when we were at Cozumel, he was wearing a Cozumel shirt. When we went to Costa Maya, he was wearing a Costa Maya shirt. When we went to like all the ports, he just was wearing all the clothes that were from those ports. It was cracking me up. But like when he called the airline and they're like, when they're like, he's like, "Hey, my luggage didn't get shipped here." And they're like, "Yeah, we got your luggage right here." He's like, "That doesn't help me, dude. That doesn't help me at all." So he was down bad. And then I went to dinner with him one of the nights, and we were eating together at this steakhouse. And he was going to Disney after the cruise. And he was like, "Oh, I want to go check the weather for Orlando to see what the weather's going to be." And he opens his phone up and it's thunderstorming all day. He's like, "Oh no." He had the best accent. He was the friendliest guy I've ever met in my life. So this guy was one of the highlights of the trip for me. I really enjoyed spending time with him and meeting him and learning about the Bahamas. He taught me a lot of stuff about the Bahamas. And this was my first day in Roatan. So I went to Roatan in Honduras, and I saw a bunch of cool animals. This was a much better place to go than where I was previously. But that's not the same. This is the wrong place. But yeah, that was Brandon that I met. He's from the Bahamas. He was really, really cool. Welcome home. There is little to no discourse about what happens behind some of these cruise ships. It's so sad. Yeah, I think that like cruise ships, what I've learned is they exploit labor from countries that are more poor, because everyone on the ship was from like, I think some of them were from South America and some of them were like from the Philippines. They were from countries like, I just feel like they were exploiting labor, and that made me feel like I was doing something that was not very ethical. And all the ports were just like tourist traps. They're just trying to get you to buy whatever they're selling, you know? Like, it's not like it's not like when you're on a cruise ship, like when you land somewhere, it's not like you're going to explore a new place to get a little taste of the culture and see what it's like. You're there because they built this place to sell you stuff. And that to me was a really horrible thing to have to learn firsthand. And I think I knew that going into it, but I didn't understand like the severity of it. But that is pretty much what I learned. So next time, I think I would be a little more, I would do less excursions unless they were more like ethical and more like, I didn't have to interact with people that are trying to sell me tequila and Vicodin and all this stuff. Because there were people trying to sell me Vicodin in Cozumel, and I'm like, I'm not buying your Vicodin, bro. I don't do drugs. I'm very sober. Pam, your doc, I showed your doc. You sent me to all my family, and they thought it was really nice of you, and I still think it's very nice of you. But, you know, I guess I did buy like clothes from all the different ports anyways, so I guess I did the same thing he did, but he bought them because he had to. I bought them because I wanted to, you know. But okay, this was one of the coolest parts of the ship. I went to that was not me. That's a picture my friend took. In Belize, they had a butterfly house. This was sick. So they had like 2 different butterfly species in this little enclosure, and you could like walk around and they could land on you. That was honestly pretty cool. And you could see like their pupas. So that was like the butterflies about to hatch. So I did really enjoy that. And like you could see like their development cycle. They had a bunch of birds, macaws, toucans. So Belize, the port of Belize was actually a good place to go. I thought this was like a really high quality port and a really high quality place. That was the view from like the place I had lunch. So like the restaurant I was at overlooked the pool here. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then that was also like the side view. That's not my picture. I didn't take that picture. No, I wouldn't. I wasn't miserable, Rye. I don't think I was miserable at all. I just there were things that I experienced that if I ever cruised again, I wouldn't like do it again. But I wouldn't say I definitely didn't have a miserable time. It was just it was a learning curve, because the stuff on the ship that I liked, it was worth going for. Like but the stuff on the ship I didn't like, I definitely think was really bad. But so it was just a lot. I was 5 pounds too heavy to zip line, because they had like a little zip line you could do, and if I was 5 pounds lighter, I could have went on it. And I told the guy, I'm like, do you mind if I go throw up my lunch and go take a piss, and then I can zip line? And then he said, no, I can't let you do that. And I was like, dude, I'll be below 250. I'll be like 248, and I can go on the zip line. So this was the Belize beach that we all went on, and I honestly really enjoyed the beach here. And that was the whole view of it. It was really salty. Obviously we're in the ocean. Like the water was just so salty. It was crazy. And I'm just not used to that. And that was like it's crazy that they had like the lighthouse be like the zip lining place. And that's where you zip line from. Yeah, Pasta, I had a pretty good time. I honestly had like, it wasn't it was far from the worst time I had, you know? And it's so worth in life sometimes, like what this trip reminded me of. Sometimes it's so important to get out there and to go live your life. You know, like there's a lot of times in life where it's so easy to not go do new things because you're so comfortable with where you're at. But if you just break out of that a little bit and you go experience something new, and you experience a new way of living, and you experience a new life, even for a week or so, it can just do so much for you. And you meet so many people you'd never meet otherwise. So I really think it was worth going, like, so much, because it got me out of my own brain ecosystem a little bit. I had a really good time. But it's so easy just to fall back into patterns. It's so easy to fall into like your daily routine and not break out of that, and not like, because like even like some of my family was like, they're like, we think it's pretty crazy you're going on this cruise alone. And I'm like, sometimes you just gotta live. Like you just have to go live. You can't like do the same stuff, and you can't always play things safe. And I got dinged up. I got a sprained ankle. I got cut. I got a couple cuts on my body, and I got sick. So I guess being sick was one of the worst. And then a random lady sent me, like, I was walking around the ship and I was having lunch, and a random lady came over and she said, hey, we're hiding ducks around the ship. Do you want a little keychain? So she gave me a keychain that said, I'm ducking special. I don't know if that's supposed to be a compliment or not, but she gave me that wristband. Oh, Yoda, so good to see you. I missed you guys too. I really missed streaming a lot. I missed being here a lot. But I'm so happy I went. Like it was a really good time, and I'll never forget what I experienced. And I definitely am grateful for everything. Yeah, I really missed you too. I missed streaming a lot. It felt like I was gone way longer than a week. And then there's my foot. That was my foot after like 48 hours of it being sprained. So I got that was my foot. And it's still pretty bad. Like if you look at my foot right now, it's still very puffy, and that was I think that was like that was like the fourth night I was on the ship. I was like on my back balcony, and I was just looking at the views, and I was like, it's wild that I'm on the ocean right now, and I'm away from everything. And to me, that was one of the coolest things. Like, cruising is beautiful because it forces you to be in the moment. Because you can't tend to anything else in your life. You can only tend to what you're doing on the ship, and I think that was one of the coolest things. Yo, Zelda, thank you for the $5. Did you find a spicy lady to get drunk with and then bring her home to the family? No, but I did meet a bunch of ladies, and I met a couple guys that we had like a little friend group, And then one of the nights, one of the girls bought me 2 drinks, and I was wasted after 2 drinks. But yeah, I did meet someone on the ship, and we became pretty good friends, but nothing like crazy, no. And definitely, I'm not bringing her home to my family. Thank you, Zelda. I really appreciate it a lot. And I didn't think I was gonna have any drinks on the ship, and then she bought me 2, and I was like, I'll just drink them. And on the ship, one of the coolest things, okay? They almost every night they had this show called Dueling Pianos, where they have like these like piano players / comedians. They play like songs people can request, and like they'll do commentary after them or like in the middle of them. So I'm like 2 drinks deep, and I look over to one of my friends, and she was like, you want to go put a song in? And I was like, should I? And she's like, yeah, you should go put a song in. So I was like, could I recommend, like, what if I ask him to play Clocks by Coldplay? She's like, you can do that. So I slipped the guy $5 and I wrote down Clocks by Coldplay. But by that point, he already knew who I was because we already hung out one of the nights. So I slipped him a $5, and he looked at me and he winked, and he played that song right after I gave him the $5. Like he skipped a bunch of people because I guess he knew me by that point, and I was so happy. I was like in like that little place. I was so happy, dude. So I had a really good drunk on the ship, and I don't really drink ever. I barely drink at all. This is one of the restaurants. This food, guys, let me tell you what, this food right here, these were like little shrimp skewers. Yeah, but like the thing with finding a woman on a cruise ship, and I wasn't looking for anything, I didn't want to have my heart ripped out when I had to leave her. I wasn't like, that's why I wasn't like open to like finding love on a cruise ship, because the cruise ship ends. Like I'll find friends, and I'll make friends with a lot of people, and I want to keep in touch. But like, if you go somewhere and you find a lady, you know, it's like the odds of that working out are so slim. And I'm just happy to be in the moment and enjoying myself. You know, I definitely wasn't open, like looking to have anything like that happen. But these shrimp skewers were amazing. And then I had a baked potato, and I had some raspberry creme brulee. Dude, this creme brulee, I'm not even like a big creme brulee guy, but this creme brulee was like, it was great. And then, okay, this same night that I had the creme brulee, I was feeling sick, so I had like a sore throat, and I didn't go hang out with everybody that was on the ship. And I was on the phone with one of my friends that lives here, and I was like, I'm feeling kind of crappy, but I want to go gamble. Should I go do it? And she's like, dude, Nick, you're on a cruise ship. Go gamble. So I brought down $35, and I brought back to my room all this. So all this stemmed from a $35 starting point. And then I went back to bed, and I slept for like 11 hours after that. So I did make some good money. And then like throughout the ship, I put a lot of this back. So it's not like I kept all this. But I think I probably pocketed like half of this. And that's pretty much how much I won. But sadly, I did put some of it back. Yo, Ellie, how we doing? Sugar, how we doing? It's like summer camp. Yeah, but I'm not like the kind of person that like, I don't like to do flings, man. You know, like I'm a relationship kind of guy. If I'm gonna be with a woman, I'm not down to like have like a fling or have like a hookup. I just can't do that. I've never been a guy that like really enjoys that stuff, you know. So as much as people like to have flings and hookups, I'm just not part of like hookup culture. Like I don't like really participate in that. And this was oh, Jared, thank you so much for the membership, dude. Jared, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. So it wasn't really for me. Jared, thank you so much. Dude, that's a really great present, buddy. That's a really great present. Just seeing you here is a really great present, but that is a great present, and I really love you for that, buddy. So thank you very much for becoming a member again. Dude, I love you, but thank you so much, man. Oh, I missed that message. Use your right index finger to drop a like, everybody. I missed that message. And this was also another Mexican port that was built from the ground up just to be a tourist trap. You walk in, you want to buy a watch? I got a free watch. People are like shoving, they have a watch in their hand. They're trying to get you to buy this watch. And then, and people, like, they just sell you everything. Like, this is basically just like a tourist trap. Let me sell you whatever is in my store thing. And like, you say no, and then they like give you a look like they hate you. Like this is, but they were selling this. They were selling this Captain America thing, and I almost bought it. But I was just thinking it would break by the time I got home. So not buying this was hard. It was really hard to not buy that. Oh, and they even had a Pokemon one, and I wanted to buy that too, but I just thought these would all break by the time I brought them home. Or I probably would have bought them. Yeah, Dan says, we're just gonna be live for like, I'm sick, so I'm just gonna be live here for like probably like another like 45 minutes, but... And then I'm gonna be streaming again later this week, like at a more like regular schedule. But like I'm not back to streaming yet. This is like me just saying hi and just letting you guys know that I'm here. But I'm gonna come back to streaming full time again when I'm like not sick anymore, because my nose is running and my throat's kind of still sore and coughing a little bit. And like this port here wasn't horrible, but they just like it was just like a tourist trap, man. Like it almost like I felt like I was a bear walking into a bear trap, and it was like about to clamp my foot. And this place even sold Labubus. Like, of all things you're gonna sell, this place even sold frickin' Labubus. That was Costa Maya. That was Cozumel and Costa Maya were my two least favorite places that I went on the whole. I thought those ports were horrible. And they were both the Mexican ports. They were both the Mexican ports, which was like... And then this is like the 5th day in a row I got that for lunch. I had this for lunch almost every day on the ship. It was just like a BLT basically with chicken salad on it. And like from the boat, like this is the first thing I took a picture of when I woke up. And let me okay guys, let me rant to you guys about this, right? Here's a rant, okay? I mean, this is gonna be a crazy rant. This is partially my fault because I went to bed every night around like 3 a.m. But every morning when we docked at a new port, I was just getting into REM sleep, and then like you could feel them roping the ship to the port, and all my hangers in my closet were just basically having a freaking orgy in there. They're having a freaking orgasmic experience because the ship was waving around. And then it was like, and then by that point, I'm like, do I just get up now and get coffee and go check the port out? I didn't really like that. So if I ever cruised again, I'd probably go to bed at a better time. Because like, I got dragged to the nightclub at night by everyone that I was meeting on the ship. They're like, Nick, you can't go to bed yet. You got to come to the nightclub. And I go to the nightclub, and I danced a little bit, but mostly it was just like me talking to people, and the music is like 4 times louder than it needs to be, and like you gotta like lean over to even talk to somebody. Hey, what'd you say? Oh yeah, you want to leave here? Like, it's just like nightclub culture is not for me. I like to have conversations. I like to talk to people, but I'm not a nightclub guy. And I told the people I was with, I'm like, you guys should understand, if I'm willing to go to a nightclub with you, it means I really like being around you. So if you guys want any compliments on this cruise, because I'm like, I want to let you know, I'm not against me getting up right now and walking out of this nightclub. I'm only here because you guys are cool. I was like, just know that I hate being here. And they're like, we don't have to be here. We can go somewhere else. I'm like, I know you guys want to be here, so we can hang out here for a while. But yeah, dude, nightclubs they're just not it, you know? I just hate, how am I doing? I'm actually doing really good, man. I'm doing really good. I had such a good vacation. It was just awesome. So I'm doing good. I feel it's good to be home. It's good to, tomorrow, like I won't be live tomorrow. I gotta go, well, hopefully I'll feel better by tomorrow. I gotta go see one of my friends. I gotta do laundry. I gotta unpack. I gotta do so much stuff around my house. And I gotta get over this cold. And I went, they had a magician on the ship, and this magician was like, he was a mentalist / like a stage, like a comedic magician. He was really cool. I got to meet him and ask him about like how he started doing comedy and magic and all that stuff. So I really enjoyed getting to pick his brain a little bit. And then he asked me what I do for work, and I'm like, well, I do a few things, but I also stream a lot. So streaming is a big part of like, you know, what I do. And so it was really nice to be able to like just talk to him about that a little bit. And then that was me leaving Miami. So this is after I got off the ship. I took a tour of the entire city of Miami, so I got to see like a bunch of cool landmarks. And then that dropped me off back at this is the Chicago airport on my way home, and then this is me getting home last night. But I landed in Chicago at like 7:30, I think it was, and my flight was supposed to take off at like 9:45. So I was like, okay, I'll get to get home by like midnight, and then I can go to sleep. My flight got delayed by 4 hours, so I didn't get to bed last night until like 4:30, and then it was rough. So like I got picked up by my mom, so my mom had to stay up till like 2 a.m, which was really rough. But I really just had like a really impulsively wild adventure of a good time. So I guess if I can recommend anybody in chat, if you guys have anything in life you ever want to do, like if you want to go do something and you don't have people that want to go with you, or like you want to go take that chance and like just go try something, I think it's so important to remember that this experience here is so short, and you can just keep telling yourself, I'll do this in the future, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it like next year, but like you might never do it. So I've always wanted to go on a cruise ship, right? I never thought I would ever do that. So if you are looking to do something with your life and you're looking to get out there and go try something or explore the world, like I think you should just go do it. Because like this is what I did this time. I just bought a ticket on the cruise, and I bought a ticket on my plane, and I just went. And it was such a crazy time. I was all alone. All my Ubers were by myself. I was alone in my hotel room. It was a really weird experience. But I made a lot of friends along the way, and I had a lot of fun. So yeah, that was pretty much the entire trip. I think I probably forgot to talk about some of the stuff that happened, but I had a really, really good time. And I bought some cool souvenirs for my family, and I bought some cool souvenirs for me. It's just wild. But I will be back to streaming like daily, probably on Wednesday or Thursday. So I will probably not be much live longer tonight, but we will be back, and we'll be doing a lot more streams. We got a lot more going on. Everyone that hung out tonight, I really appreciate it very much. I definitely have a lot of sleep to get, and I got a lot of stuff to get done before I'm back here full time, but we're going to be doing a lot of streams. More Pokopia this week, some Solar Punk coming this week. We're going to be doing, we might play Pal World on Friday if I feel better, because Pal World goes into 1.0 on Friday, so we might play some Pal World. And and I think I might be getting access to Trivia Murder Party 3 this weekend. So maybe we can play some Trivia Murder Party for members on Saturday this weekend. But this is all hinging on me feeling better. And I don't know when that'll be. So I'm just going to make sure I rest up a lot. I kind of want to catch up on Rick and Morty. So I might stream a couple episodes of Rick and Morty into my Discord after we end this stream. And then I got to catch up on it. So we might do like a little like pseudo movie night thing after this, if you guys want to watch with me. I think that sounds good. That's a lot of what I wanted to say. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm alive and I'm home and I'm happy, and my ankle's messed up. My ankle's genuinely messed up all the hell, and I'm sick. And I'm sunburned. I got really sunburned. The first full day at sea, I didn't put any sunscreen on, and I was sitting out in the sun, and I was in the hot tub, and I was in the hot tub, and I felt my shoulders. Like I was just sitting there talking to a guy that was from Canada, and he was just talking about something, and all of a sudden I felt my shoulders like they were on fire, and I was like, I gotta go put sunscreen on, but it was already way too late by that point. And then I used sunscreen the rest of the time, but it just still wasn't enough. I got cooked, and my skin is peeling. I'm peeling. Jody, thank you for the membership. I really appreciate you. Yeah, my skin's peeling up and down. I got like my arms are all peeling and messed up. But I did make it back alive, and I wanted everyone to know that. And I will. I don't know when you can expect me to go live every night. So we might start going live earlier in the night. Like this stream time might be more regular. I don't know yet. Because my sleep schedule is weird right now. And I got to fix that this week too. And I got to figure out what we're going to be doing going forward. But thank you guys so much. Everyone that just wished me wishes before the trip, and everyone that just checked in on me and replied to my stuff I was posting. And when I hurt my leg, dude, a lot of you guys reached out, and that was really cool. So thank you for all the well wishes and just caring about me and being there for me. I really, really, really appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I have aloe. I've been rubbing aloe on my sunburns a lot. I've been really rubbing that in, like, on my shoulders and like on my. I'm just like, my arms are peeling so bad right now. Karen, so good to see you. Yeah, hopefully I'll be like. I just got my nose is still running. Like, my nose is like, dude, I'm blowing stuff out of my nose every 2 minutes, Karen. Just shooting. It's nasty. But I'm sure I'll be better by like Wednesday. Because I got sick. Coconut oil is also great for burns. Ooh, I take coconut oil every day, like in capsule form. I might have to go buy some coconut oil. Maybe I'll lather it on my arms tomorrow. Because my arms and like my upper back are like the worst parts of like my sunburn right now. It's like my neck, my upper back, my shoulders, and like my head. My head got like really bad burned. But it was really cool to be like in the Caribbean, because like you could feel like the sun was so intense down there. Like, it was a complete different feel. Like the sun here is really in the summertime it's powerful, but like the sun by the equator is a different level of powerful. Like you just feel the intensity in your body in a way that's like I was not used to. And I bought sunscreen knowing that it would be like powerful down there, but I don't think I was ready for it. I definitely was not ready. But Karen, it is great to see you. Hope you had a good time away. Oh, Nani, that's really nice of you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and I met some really great people that cruise all the time. And like most of them are like my age, and like I became really good friends with one of the girls in my group. Like she was very cool. So we still like have been talking since I've been home. She's very nice. And they're trying to get me to go on a cruise with them next year again. But I'm like, guys, this might be a one and done. I'll keep in touch with you guys. I'm happy to be friends. Like online, we'll be really good friends. And they like they sub to my channel and everything. I'm like, but I don't know if you're ever gonna see me on a boat like that, because it was like the first 5 days I didn't want to leave the boat. And then by like day 6, I was ready to go. I was like, I think I'm ready to get out of here, and I'm ready to get back to land. Because I wasn't really sleeping that well, and I was like it's hard to get a good night rest when you're on the ocean. So I don't know if like cruising is going to be something that I'm going to do in my future, but I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things where like you just need to get like a break from it, and then if you want, like, because it does sound fun to do it again, but it is a lot. So I don't know. Susanna, oh my god, we got Susanna in chat. How we doing? Oh my god. I do have 5 more memberships to give out for free, so I guess I'll just give these memberships out, and then we can probably wrap it up here, guys. I will be back this week, probably on Wednesday. You're gonna see me back here like more permanently, and we have a lot more streams coming. And we're gonna be live a lot. We got a lot to stream and a lot to do, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. So I'm really excited to get back to a regular stream schedule. I just gave Kaylee a membership. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You missed me? Yeah. Don't ever say that again. I don't even want to hear you say, Susanna, I don't want that to ever come out of your mouth again, all right? Don't ever say you miss me. No, I don't like you that much. I would never miss you. Jared, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, dude. That's so nice of you. I never even made a new member goal today, but I'll just make one now. Guys, you know I gifted 10 for free. We have a lot of new members. We have 27 new members today. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting some time just to like relax and appreciate being back on land and getting over this cold. I think if I get a lot of sleep today, I'll be doing great. Because I was awake for about 24 hours yesterday straight with like traveling. And the last flight home last night, I flew into Flint. And the girl next to me looked like she didn't sleep. I'm not trying to be rude to her, but she looked like she hadn't slept in a long time. And I look over to her and like, rough day of travel. And she looked at me and she shook her head. And then we both slept on the plane. We didn't sleep together. We slept separately in our own seats. But I could tell she had a rough day too. I probably looked like I hadn't slept in like 2 years. And thank you so much, Jared. I appreciate it a lot. Congrats to Spleen, Sprinkles, A Lit Sloth, Christina, and then Z4 Castle on the gifted. Jared, I love you, dude. Wait, is that 6 names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's only 5. Okay, never mind. And wait, did Jeff show up? Jeff better not have showed up here. Maybe he's on live chat. Oh, dude, he did. Oh, Jeff. I thought I'd do a whole quick stream and not have you show up here, but here you are. I need a babysitter because I fall asleep everywhere. I can fall asleep anywhere too, but like when I'm sick, the worst thing is when you're sick and you're trying to sleep on a plane and like you can't like breathe through your nose and you're coughing the whole time. And then I hate when I'm coughing on a plane because I feel like everyone hates me. And they should hate me because I'm traveling sick, but I'm trying to get home. It's not like I'm sick and I'm like leaving to go somewhere and I'm like risking that. Like I gotta get home somehow. I can't just go into like a quarantine room for like 4 days till I feel better. So I'm trying to like not cough on people, and I'm trying to like airports suck even when you're not sick, but when you're sick, airports suck even worse, and it sucks for everybody else because you like they got to be around you. So I need a break from being in airports for a long time. Thank you guys all for being here, man. You guys are literally all the best. I normally stream around, I usually go live right now. Like this is like my normal start time, but my sleep schedule and my schedule in life are weird right now. So I woke up this afternoon around like 4, because I got home at 4 and I slept for like 12 hours today. And then I went to go see my family and my friends tonight for a little bit, and then I got home and I was like, I'm trying not to get you guys sick, but I want to say hi to you at least. And hopefully I don't get my mom or my dad sick. And then I got home and I'm like, well, I gotta do a lot of laundry, but maybe I'll just go live and I'll see some people and I'll talk. A lot of you guys were asking me like on Instagram, like how my trip was. So I could just go live and talk about my trip and how it was. And I'm glad I did that. I'm glad this is a very fun night. Yeah, well, you're from Clio, so you probably have no luck ever being here at my regular time. Because I feel like I see you in the morning, right, TD? Like I feel like you're always here like when you're waking up in the morning, which makes sense because that's like around like a normal person's wake up time if you're going to work. Stanley, thank you for the super chat, dude. I miss you too. I really miss you too a lot, man. Thank you so much. It's just good to be home and see people, see familiar faces here. It puts like you back like in like a rhythm, you know? So I'm really happy to see you guys tonight. Everyone in chat that popped in even for a minute, I really appreciate it a lot. You gotta get a better sleep schedule. That's what you gotta get, Dee Dee. You gotta find like a night job so you can hang out here every night. So that's gonna be like your new thing you gotta do, okay? Wait, you've been on your grandma's couch all week. I can't wait to go home to my bed tomorrow. Why are you on your grandma's couch? All right, I was gonna tell you guys this joke, okay? So on the ship, one of the people I became friends with through the solo meetup, she was friends with the stand-up comedians on the ship. And I told her I do stand-up comedy too, like I do like more local shows. So she's like, oh, you're gonna love the stand-up comedians. Now, there were people that worked on the ship that pretty much were there to try to make you wash your hands, right? They had these spray bottles So you'd go to get breakfast, and they would hunt you down John Wick style to make sure your hands were washed. And I was thinking about making a stand-up comedy joke out of that, but he beat me to it. So I'm watching one of his shows, and he's like, you know what the weird thing about this ship is how aggressive the employees are to make you wash your hands. He's like, I'm walking by the garden buffet in the morning, and he's like, one of these Philippine guys will hop out of the closet and he'll say, put him up. He'll go, washy washy. And they literally did that. Like, they literally, if you walked by them without them getting to wash your hands, they would find you and they would hunt you down and they would make sure that your hands were washed, or else you were not on the ship anymore. They would find a way to get rid of you, dude. So if you guys are on like a Norwegian ship, make sure you wash your hands, because you're gonna have not trying to be rude, you're gonna have a short man from the Philippines with a squirt bottle trying to hunt you down. He might throw you off the ship because they're not gonna have anyone on that ship with dirty hands. Your hands gotta be clean. But they would look at you, they'd say, washy washy. And you're like, dude, dude, I washed my hands 5 minutes ago. I promise. I just washed them. Like, they're clean. They're clean. And that was a little bit wild, because it was a funny stand-up joke, but it was honestly pretty accurate. Like, it wasn't exaggeratory that much. All right, I'm not offending the people of the Philippines at all, but there were a lot of people on the ship that were like from the Philippines that were employees there. But no offense to you at all. But I bet you guys have a very your country's probably very sanitized and clean. I bet everyone, like, if I learned anything about people in the Philippines, their hands are spotless and their hands are germless and pathogen free and virus free and bacteria free. I bet your hands are just perfect, because their only goal was to make sure my hands were clean as a whistle. And they even I would start washing my hands in the sink, and they come over, they're like, we can do that for you. We'll wash your hands for you. And they would grab my hands and they said, you gotta get your one finger in the rivet like this, and you gotta rub them like this, and you gotta like, we call this the hand hump, right? Instead of washing like this like you do, they're like, you gotta just hump your hand into your other hand like this, right? And that gives it like a little more torque, and that makes it like a little you get like more of the skin rubbed off. So if you're ever washing your hands, the Philippine people told me, you gotta hump your hand with your other hand. And then when that hand's already done being humped, then you switch sides and you start humping your hand with this hand like this. And I wish I would have learned that before I got sick, because maybe I would have saved myself. What's my Discord? All you gotta do is type in !Discord and it'll drop for you. Yeah, I had a really good time, and I'm happy to be home, and I look forward to be back streaming probably in a few days. Bard, how we doing? Over there washing your hands, and they're cheering, be aggressive, be aggressive. Yeah, I was just scared, man. I was like, that part of the ship had me, like, the cruise had me scared, because they were. And like, dude, every morning, guys. This is another story. Outside the Garden Cafe, where like I had breakfast every day, like this is where I went for like the buffet, like, and the buffet was like a mile long. Think of any breakfast food, okay? Like, I'm almost being literal, but not quite. Think of any breakfast food. If you walk down far enough, you're going to find some guy making it. So I was pretty impressed by that. I kind of stuck to like the basics. I didn't stray too far outside, like getting like cereal and like eggs and bacon and stuff. But every morning they had a guy playing like some small guitar, and he was like kind of doing like the hula hoop. He's like, welcome to the cafe, and you had like another girl like doing harmonies in the background, and they were trying to make it like a really like paradisical place to eat breakfast. And like, you know, if they could have got like 2 cans in there, they would have done that. And they were doing like the freaking tropical stuff, like. He's just playing the banjo, and then you got 2 other guys in the back trying to squirt your hands to make sure your hands are clean. Washy washy. It was crazy. And so like I'd always take the elevator up, and I'm like, what are the odds that he's playing that instrument again? And as soon as I got to like floor 15, I started hearing it, and I'm like, oh, there he is. He's playing the instrument again. Yeah, this is pretty much my breakfast every morning. And then another thing about cruise ships here, let me just rant about this too before we end. It's not the people on the cruise ship's fault because they want you to do this. You just leave stuff everywhere and the employees are expected to clean up after you. And I know like we're at a resort, so you shouldn't have to like do a lot of your own cleaning up, but like people will just like get a plate of food, eat half of it, and they'll leave it on the table for someone to come clean it up. And then I'm guessing they probably come back an hour later and do the same thing. Like the amount of waste and the amount of slobbery and the amount of disgust and the amount of like just the putrid things I saw and the amount of people like not even caring to cover their mouth when they're coughing into the buffet food and like that shocked me. Like not a lot of room. And then like on Norwegian's website, I would imagine they probably had something say, if you are a parent that has no interest in making your kids behave, we're going to give you a discount. Because none of the parents on the ship, and I almost mean none of them, had any care in the world to discipline their children. They let them run around like freaking like the Planet of the Apes. They're just running around. You got like there was a guy from Canada, his son, he was like just no care in the world, like no apologies if they like run into you or they spit on you or they start biting you. I genuinely could not believe, if I was on a cruise ship with thousands of people and I had a daughter or son, they would be on their best behavior because that's how you be a parent, right? That's how you're supposed to be a parent. You have to watch your kids because you could easily ruin the experience for somebody else trying to have a good time. But none of the adults on the ship that had kids, they didn't give a rat's ass. Yeah, I thought that was really, really terrible. And it made me lose my faith in humanity this much, a little bit more than it already was gone. You know? I definitely think I would take a cruise next time with no kids on it. Because I don't think that they Hey Jeff, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate it a lot. I'd be mortified if my son ever acted that way. I was mortified for the kids and they weren't even my kids. Yeah, I mean, for sure, Sven. Like, thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate it a lot. Parents suck, man. Literally 80% of people that have kids shouldn't have them. And some of the best people that would make good parents don't want kids. And that's just kind of weird how life is like that way. The people that are the most like absent from their kids' lives and just completely like not invested in like in raising like high quality, you know, like caring individuals that have like good values and ethics and morals and empathy. Those people are just popping out kids like they're Santa Claus making toys for everyone in the world. It's like, if you are going to raise a child, you have to put the work in to make them like a quality member of society, and they have to have basic common sense when you're interacting with other people. And we lost that. Like, it's not that like we're losing that. We've already lost that. We're at the point in society where people. Oh, there's a lot of great kids out there that are well behaved. I've met like there were a lot of kids on the ship that actually were pretty well behaved, and they were really nice, you know. And there's obviously a line where that's too far, and like you're too restrictive as a parent, and like your kids are almost scared of you. Like you just gotta make sure you raise kids in a way where they're respectful. Like why? Like how have we lost the ability to raise respectful children? You know, I can't imagine that. That was horrifying a little bit. As a parent of two well-behaved kids and one lunatic I could never control, sometimes you just give up. Well, Moon, if I ever go on a cruise again and you're on the cruise, you can bring your two well-behaved kids, but you can leave the third one at home, okay? I hope that maybe you can find a babysitter for him or something. Just please keep them off the cruise, because they got enough of those kids that are running around, and it's too much. And then I think before I wrap up today, I'm going to rant about the nightclub one more time, okay? This is going to be one of my final rants. And this is why I cannot stand nightclubs. Because I met some of the coolest people that I hope I'm friends with for a long time on this ship. And I didn't think that was going to happen, so I'm very grateful for that. But the only thing about them I didn't really care for was they like to go to the nightclub at night. because it was the latest thing open on the ship. It was like the last thing that was opened. And I didn't have to go, so they weren't like forcing me to go, but I liked spending time with them, so I went for a little bit. I don't know what purpose nightclubs serve beyond trying to sell you the most drinks they can, playing music way too loud for anyone's well-being, and creating an environment of chaos and apathy and just animalistic behavior. That's all you get out of nightclubs. Because I was just sitting there, I was like, man, I should just go to bed or go gamble. I'm like, right now, I've never felt more compelled or more of a tendency to want to go put $30 in a slot machine more than I do right now. People are just twerking on each other. One of the comedians made a joke that I thought was funny. He's like, I was dancing with this girl on the dance floor, and he's like, I'm old fashioned. When I went to the club back in the day, like you slow dance, or like the dancing's not like it is today. Like you can still make conversation. You can still try to talk to a woman if you're trying to do that, or you're trying to talk to your friends. Like you can hear people. He's like, I was dancing on the nightclub floor with a woman, and he's like, she got down far enough dancing in front of me. He's like, I thought she dropped her earrings. So I took my phone out and I turned on my flashlight and I was trying to help her find it. Lo and behold, she was just trying to drop it low for me. And he's like, I don't really fit in with this new age women, like the dancing they do. He's like, I don't know how to deal with it. And it's like, I love that. He's like, ma'am, did you see where it rolled to? That's totally me. Like if a girl was in front of me and where I was dancing with her and she dropped down that low, I would be helping her I was like, I don't know what you dropped, but I can help you find it. And I thought that was great. Yeah, Jeff, go to bed or go gamble. Why are you sounding like me? Yeah, that's how desperate I was at night. I did win a little bit of money though. I definitely could have won more than I did. If I would have stopped gambling when I was like $400 ahead, I would have walked out. But I put it back. Hey, Buff, I really appreciate it a lot. I really appreciate you a lot. And I'm really glad that I'm back too. Oh, we can play Wordle. We gotta play Wordle. This will be the first Wordle of me being home. All right. Now, usually, I guess I'll let you guys pick it today. If you want to put a word in chat, I'll look at everyone's messages and we'll see what I pick. That's exactly the purpose of a nightclub. Loud music and alcohol impairs judgment and makes you spend more money. And like, I know that, but I just don't know. Like, I know that's why people go to a nightclub. Or that's why nightclubs like have like the ambiance and the setting be like that. Like they're trying to get you to like, talk less, drink more, and spend more money. I know that's the reason they do that. I just don't know why people find that entertaining or fun, right? Like I know when you look at like the revenue people like they make, like the nightclubs, they know what they're doing to generate more revenue. They know what they're doing. I just don't know why people enjoy. Like I'm not trying to judge you. I just don't find enjoyment like just excreting bodily fluids and like just sweating in front of like a bunch of people and drinking and having women spewge on me whatever fluid they're drinking and spilling drinks on me, and I can't even talk to the person next to me because it's too loud, and then people are just bumping into each other, and then you got these freaking cockhead men. And this is the worst part about nightclubs, right? And like I'm a bigger guy, so I can handle myself and like I can take care of myself, but dude, these cockhead men in these nightclubs, they are, how do I phrase this in a way that's appropriate? I don't know. They're like, they're just so, they just disregard basic human dignity, like it's just like they're just the definition of like a wolf trying to hunt these women down. Like I met some horrible men in the nightclub on the ship, like just horrible men. And I just hated being around that environment. And I never stayed in the nightclub on the ship that long. I just went because I liked the people that I was hanging out with, but I'm just not a nightclub guy. I like conversations. I like to talk to people. If I'm having a drink, I really enjoy like socializing, and I enjoy like even listening to music is cool, but Man, nightclubs are for a different breed, and that breed is not me. Jeff, I met a woman on the ship. She is a mom. She's a teacher, and she added me on Facebook, but not like I didn't add her in a way where like I'm trying to hit on her like you would be doing. I added her because she was very nice to me. So not like, not like that, but yeah, she was very nice. I met a few different teachers on the ship because like they're off for the summertime, so like they spend time on a cruise. Oh my God, Alucard, how we doing? I wasn't even looking at your guys' messages for I gotta look at messages. Hold up. Welcome back. What are we doing, dude? Welcome back. You can keep that welcome. I don't want that welcome. I don't know where you got it from. Probably on the cruise. Maybe you found a whale when we were docked one day. Yeah, they make going to nightclubs not fun for normal people. It's just not fun. It's not fun. Like, man, I just like talking to people. I like dancing, but like if the dancing is me having to go unless like you're thrusting your hips like in a humping motion, you're not dancing in a nightclub, right? And that's not the kind of dancing I like. You gotta dude, it's like it's just not even like in my wheelhouse, Oh yeah, we gotta go ankle. That's a good word, Nani. We gotta go ankle. Okay. Can you imagine if the word was actually ankle today, though? I didn't play Wordle all week when I was gone. I never even attempted to play. But like, I think that's such a cool thing. Like, that's literally how much fun the ship was. I was always doing something. I was always busy. I probably got like 10 times the amount of steps than I usually get on a daily basis. So that was cool. Like, I've never it's been a long time since I've had a week where I just have I can do whatever I want, and I didn't join any streams. I didn't watch any YouTube videos for a whole week. I played a little bit of music on my phone when I was in my room, but I was pretty much I wasn't even online at all for a whole week. And I think that was one of the best parts too. That was good. Something, Lynn, something. Blind. Wow, my game lagged. I'm kind of surprised I wasn't blind. Flint. Oh my God, if it was Flint, that's the airport I flew into yesterday. Well, we might not get it, guys. I don't know. Because what could follow an N? It had to be an E, it had to be a Y. Or it's gonna be a letter that I can't think right now. It could be a P. Oh no, it could be G. Yeah, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be sling. Or it's probably gonna be sling. Which is weird because that's what you put your arm in when you injure it, and I injured my ankle really bad. That's a good first day back at Wordle. That's a great first day back. And that's a reflection of how it's going to go. This is a new stream journey. This is going to be a new experience. We're back. We're back. Thanks for reminding me, by the way, Jeff. I almost ended stream without playing that today. We're so back. Thank you, guys. It feels really good just to get a little stream in right now. Feels really good to be live, and I am looking forward to being live again a lot more. And I cannot wait. I'm probably going to stream a couple episodes of Rick and Morty in to my Discord if you guys want to watch after this. So it'll be in one of the member channels. We'll watch a couple episodes of Rick and Morty, and then I'm gonna try to get more sleep and try to rest up and get better. Because this sickness, it's not very much fun being sick. You guys just saw me at the airport yesterday. Like when I was sitting at my gate, I was like I had like Kleenex, and I was just like, this is gonna sound gross. I was just shooting snot into these Kleenexes and throwing them away, and it was bad. So at least my nose isn't running like it was. Yeah, dude, Sparkling, it feels good to be back. I'm really grateful to have you in stream today, man. It feels good to be back. Glad to be back in the stream seat. It just felt weird to sit in this chair after being gone for like a week and a half. I like came home and I sat down in this chair. I'm like, wow, this feels weird. But it feels really good though. Get you some Flonase. Give me something. I gotta get me some. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. Almost did. When I worked at bars, venues, sort of like clubs, my boss was like Hawkeye looking out for the ladies. Yeah, but you know, I don't think the lady that I'm meant to find is, I don't think I'm gonna ever find her at a nightclub. Because like the kind of lady, like that might sound like a little bit judgmental because I was at a nightclub when I don't like nightclubs. So that's possible. And you know, just because a girl likes nightclubs doesn't mean she's not going to be someone that I want to be with. But I just think most people at a nightclub are not the person I would want to be dating. Because I feel like they're like, that's not where I'd be looking if I was trying to find a girlfriend. But, and the cruise nightclubs are a different story. Like, unfortunately, there was a woman on the ship that I was on. She got assaulted by a guy on the ship, and he got in trouble, I think. I hope he did, but I know she got a, like, it wasn't like, I mean, any assault's bad, like any sexual assault's bad, but she got I heard roughly what happened, and it was kind of not great. And then I did see, when I got back from one of my excursions, I saw a guy at the bar. I don't know if he got too drunk, but he fell back in his seat and he was passed out on the floor, and they had a stretcher coming in, and they were putting him on the stretcher. So that was also something that was crazy. And I wanted to stick around to see what happened, but I was like, I'm just gonna give him his space and go back to my room, because I was so sunburned. I'm like, I hope this guy's all right, but they got it taken care of. Hey, Lily, I really, really, really appreciate that. It feels great to be home. And it feels great to see you too. Yeah, and then like when I'm at a nightclub, like the way I look at it, right? Like, and this is probably being a guy that doesn't drink, being a guy that is respectful, and being a guy that like can't just like look at somebody getting assaulted. The odds of me getting into a fight at a nightclub trying to help somebody is pretty damn high, because I cannot sit there and watch somebody like get like you know, harassed or something, you know, without stepping in and be like, bro, like get out of here. So I just don't want to be put in that situation, because then I'm going to be getting in fights with drunk people. And that's exactly what almost happened. Because every time I see a guy, like, you know, it's fine to make moves on girls if you're at a nightclub, because some girls are there for that reason. But it's a different story when like when they don't want you around and you're drunk and you don't understand that they're trying to like shoo you away, and like you're just bothering them. And it takes a guy to step in and be like, hey, get away from her. Like, I would be the guy that's trying to get that guy away from her. And then I'm going to, like, who knows if he has friends at the nightclub, they're going to come jump me, and they're going to, like, there's nothing good that's going to come from me going to a nightclub. That's why I stay away from them. And that's why people wanted to drag me into the freaking nightclub. And I was like, I don't want to go to the nightclub. It's just bad news. And I don't want to get jumped by 4 drunk guys because I'm trying to get one of their freaking dumbass friends away from a girl that he's trying to harass. It's just like, I'm going to be knocked out on the floor and wake up in the morning. Like, there's just nothing good that comes from that. Yo, Clark, it's good to see you, brother. Black seed oil will take away your sickness away very fast, sometimes only in a day. Take a spoonful of it raw, you'll feel the difference. Black seed oil. I'm going to write that down. I'll probably go buy something tomorrow. Where would I buy that at? Like, anywhere? Clark, that is a really obscure tip, but one that I hopefully will help me. And it's not like I'm not throwing up. I don't have like, I don't have any like runny poops. Not to be too like visual, but I just have like a sore throat a little bit, and I have a cough, and I have like a runny nose. So it's a really basic sickness, but the bar was in your 20s. I like the bar. If I go to the bar and I'm like having 1 or 2 drinks and I'm socializing, that's better than going to the nightclub and like not being able to hear anything and being around a bunch of obnoxious people. I'd rather go to like the pub, even though I wouldn't prefer going there either, but at least I can talk to people and I can have conversation. But nightclubs are just I don't even like really like, I'm not like spirit, like I'm not religious in that way, but nightclubs are like the devil. If there is anything on earth that's the devil working, nightclubs are that. Can't hear anything. People are just obnoxious. People are D-bags. People are freaking rubbing their ho-hos on each other, and their freaking Twinkies and their ding-dongs and their cosmic brownies. They're rubbing all those things on each other. And you got expensive drinks, and you got like, it's a hellscape. Unlike anything else. Boop, boop, boop. I have a good heart. I don't even know if, I mean, yeah, probably, but I just think I know what I'm looking for, and I'm not going to find that in a nightclub where I have to spend $30 on a drink and listen to music that's hurting my ears all night. And that's why I think I don't like nightclubs. Like, you know, if you're a guy trying to find a woman in a nightclub, I wish you the best. She's not going to be able to hear you if you're trying to ask her out sometime. She's never going to hear you. She's just gonna drop it down low, and you're gonna see her freaking butt crack, and you're gonna see her freaking ho-ho, and you're gonna see a lot of that action. You're gonna see another guy trying to also talk to her, but she can't even hear him either. So, you got to pregame nightclubs, dude. If you have to drink alcohol to enjoy something, it's kind of a horrible thing to do. That's what I really believe that. If alcohol is the prerequisite or the buy-in to have fun doing anything, that thing sucks. Because everything that I do, I enjoy, right? But I would enjoy it more if I was drunk with people. Like if I'm socializing with people and I'm having a drink, I'm gonna enjoy that conversation more. If I'm going to see stand-up comedy and I have a drink, I'm gonna enjoy that a little bit more. I don't even drink like that, but an occasional drink. If I like, that means you have to drink to just get through it. You're not drinking it to have, like... I also pre-gamed coming into streams. Well, that's different because you enjoy your time here, I'd hope. And maybe being drunk, you'll enjoy it more, right? Oh my god. You gotta bring a notepad and a pen. Why do you need a notepad and a pen? What are we talking about? What are you even writing down? What would I need a notepad and a pen for in a nightclub? Oh yes, let me write down this evidence. Let me write down this information. I gotta study this later. Remember that Rhonda was grinding on Timothy. Oh yeah. And write down the DJ was scraping that turntable real good. And that one drink that was supposed to be $8 that they marked up to $12 tonight because they knew they can get away with it. Oh, yeah. Wait, I have to talk to the woman I want to talk to with a pen and paper? I'm not going to be the Caucasian white guy from Michigan that's sunburned. I was outside getting fried from the sun for 5 hours to go to a nightclub at night, sober, around a bunch of drunk people, and try to hit on a girl. Like, I'll pull up paint quick, okay? Here's paint. Pretend this is my note card, or like my paper, right? And the nightclub is making my ears deaf. I can't hear her, she can't hear me. Hey. You gotta write like this just to communicate in a nightclub. Hey, you look good. Yeah, right. I will have a proper conversation, a very respectful The nightclub scribe. Cecilia, it was great. I sprained my ankle the second day. I got sick. Met a lot of great people. I wouldn't trade the experience for the world, but it wasn't all great. It was a mixed bag. I went through all my pictures that I took, so I'm gonna make this public. I forgot to make this channel public. So if you guys want to see all my pictures, you can just go in the Discord, and it's right in the general section. It's in general channels, and you can just see all my vacation pictures. So you can kind of see like everything that I did and I saw and I experienced. But it was really memorable for good and bad reasons. And my ankle is still messed up, and like I'm still having trouble walking on it, and I got sick, but I met amazing people, and I went to the beach a lot, and I got sunburned, and I got to see some great places in the Caribbean that I never would have saw otherwise, probably, or at least not for a long time. So it was a lot of really good stuff. How's my foot? Pretty bad. This was a couple days ago. It's still very puffy, and it's still very bruised, and it's still it doesn't hurt that much to walk on it, but if I move it the wrong way, it hurts. I got checked out by the doctor on the ship, and he just said it was a bad sprain. He said I probably tore the ligament almost completely. So it might be like 3 to 6 weeks until it's fully healed. And I gotta wrap it after this. I gotta rewrap it. So sometimes you just gotta observe the physics and the aerodynamics of a shaking bottom. I have so much I want to say to that right now. There's so many things I want to say to reply to that, Jeff, but I am a man that is straight, so I can appreciate, and you can be a man that's not even straight and appreciate this. We can all appreciate the aerodynamics and the jiggling of a nice bottom, but not when I'm in the middle of a nightclub getting sweat on by a bunch of other men and a bunch of other women, and getting sold $20 drinks and having the DJ play music 5 times too loud. And it's just you're just slobbering on people. Like, you're getting slobbered on, and they're slobbering on you, and you're slobbering on them. And by the end of the night, the whole dance floor is just a puddle of just juices that are mixed together, like in a concoction that's completely unethical and vile. Yeah, it was really fun, Cecilia. I made friends with the stand-up comedians on the ship and some of the entertainers, and I got drunk one of the nights off like 2 drinks and a sippy poo. I had a couple drinks, and I really enjoyed that a lot because I hadn't drank in like a year up till that point. So one of the friends on the ship that I met, she's like, Nick, I'm gonna buy you some champagne. And I'm like, I don't really drink. And she's like, I know, but I'm gonna buy you some champagne. And then she bought me one because she had the drink package and I didn't. And then I drank that in like 5 minutes, and then she bought me another one. I was like, please don't buy me more. And then she bought me a third one. And I was like, ma'am, I love that you're doing this for me, but I'm not drinking this. I'll have a sip of it, but I'm not drinking the whole thing. So stop buying me drinks. And then I didn't finish that one. But I had 2. Jeff, I gotta tell you this. I don't think you heard me say this. Okay. So there was a show on the ship called Dueling Pianos. It was called Howl at the Moon, Dueling Pianos. So like these musicians, they would take song requests and they would play them on the piano. And you could like slip them like a $5 bill or a $10 bill. And the night before I went to go see them, I became friends with one of the piano players because one of the people in my friend group knew him. So we talked about Subnautica and like video games that we played. And he was a really nice guy. So I went up on stage and I slipped him a $5 bill and I wrote down Clocks by Coldplay. And I was drunk and he played it. And dude, I was so happy. And everybody in my friend group was laughing at me because they're like, only Nick would have them play a Coldplay song. But it was really great. I was like cheering, dude, singing along. It was really cool. It was really cool. Let's do a member meetup in Vegas and go to the Kartzilla. What is the Kartzilla? I don't even know what that is. You know, guys, I'm really happy being home after being on the ocean for a little bit. Nobody asked me to go anywhere for like at least 4 months, okay? I'm not even gonna think about taking a trip until December. So you guys in chat are like, let's go here, let's go. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna sit right here. Like my ass is gonna be in the tri-state area where I live. But don't ask me to go to Vegas, don't ask me to go on the ocean, don't ask me to go to anywhere. I'm home. And this is where I live, and this is where I stay, and I'm not deviating from that, so don't even ask me. I don't care if you want me to go with you anywhere. You can find someone else to go with you. Ryan, it's so good to see you put them dukes away. Ryan, my foot is broken. What am I supposed to do? You guys got to see my foot. I sprained the hell out of it. Look at this thing. Don't you love it? I'm also sick right now. I got to take a snot break. I'm not even kidding. So I guess it's pretty fitting you're here because I got to go blow my freaking nose. Oh my god. All right, my nose feels a lot better now. You want to poke the bruise? You can still see my foot is still really swollen. I can't even see if I can look. This is my foot now. This is the same foot that I sprained. It's still very swollen. It's hard to even see it with my camera, but the thing is, like, if you compare my ankle size, one of my ankles is like a normal size, and one of them is like it's just huge. But there's my dog. There it is in the wild. Yeah, dude. You know what happened? I sprained my foot. Apparently, everybody's a nurse because, and I'm saying this. I really do appreciate everyone that was nice. I got about 1,100 messages saying, "Are you elevating it?" Like, I'm on a cruise. What do you want me to do? Just sit there and elevate my foot for 7 days? No, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna be like a freaking peg leg pirate if I have to. I'm like, it's already. I blew out the freaking ligament. My ligament's already blown. So what am I gonna lose? I'm just gonna hobble around. And when I get home, I'll elevate it then. But you know what? Right? I gotta adjust my contract. Yeah, I got a freaking tan. I'm actually like, I got like a lot of sun. I at least got 5 hours of sun a day. And then some of the days I didn't wear sunscreen, which was that was a horrible idea. But only one of the nights I was laying in bed in agony because my sunburn hurt. But that was like night 3, I think. And then I bought more sunscreen and I applied it really well. And I found a guy that rubbed my back, and he rubbed my sunscreen on my back for me. He was a cool guy from the Bahamas. I said, "Hey bro, can you put sunscreen on my back? Would you mind doing that for me?" He's like, "Oh bro, I got you, no worries." And he rubbed it in real good. And then all the people in like the little friend group I made, they're like, "Hey Nick, we saw Brandon rubbing that sunscreen on your back. Do you guys have something going on?" I'm like, "No, we're really good friends, first of all." I'm like, it's always you women when you see a man rubbing sunscreen on another man's back. You women always think we're gay. And, you know, if I was, then I was, but I'm not. And you guys are being very judgmental right now. Brandon's just a really good friend, okay? I'm a single guy on a cruise ship. Let a man rub sunscreen on my back, all right? Without trying to accuse me of being something that I'm not. Maybe you're jealous because you want him to rub sunscreen on your back and he won't do it because he doesn't like you like that, but he likes me like that. And I'm gonna let you know every time he rubs it on my back now. I'm gonna take a picture of it and say, hey, they all want to see more of this. So I'll record it and then I'll show it to all of them. Straight men are allowed to do gay things too. Preach. I think straight men should do whatever they want to do, you know? I think that's preach. But you know what, Jeff? The hibachi chef was hitting on me at the club. Oh, you guys here? Oh my God. I gotta tell you. Okay, this is the last story I'm gonna tell. I went to hibachi with like 10 of my friends that I've met on the ship. This hibachi chef made up a nickname for everybody in our friend group, okay? The first person he called, it wasn't a nickname, it was a role we were playing in his life. He goes, okay, here's some rice for my new landscaper. And he went down the list. He's like, here's some rice for my new accountant. Here's some rice for my new mother-in-law. And he's like going through the people that are in the friend group, and he's getting closer to me. I'm like, why do I have a horrible feeling he's gonna give me a nickname that I don't want? And he gets to me and he goes, here's some rice for my new boyfriend. I'm not gonna live that one down, because everybody was laughing. And I'm just like, I'm sitting with my head down and I'm like, and he's laughing, and I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, I guess I'm his new boyfriend. I guess I found a man. How was the trip? It was very good, very memorable. Did I blush? Yeah, a little bit. I did blush quite a bit. Yeah, I did. Dan says, thank you so much for the 5 months. This is what we call a Cajun goodbye over here. The guy I met from the Bahamas, he called something a Bahama goodbye, where I forgot what he did. I think you say goodbye and then you stay for like 5 minutes longer, then you leave without saying anything or something. That's what he told me. No, my head's not blushing. I'm sunburned. My head is red. My head's peeling, dude. I'm peeling all over. My shoulders are peeling. My head's peeling. I'm gonna have to get like some like skincare stuff tomorrow and just rub it on my body or something. Yeah, when I got on the ship, I didn't expect to meet like any friends that I would want to be friends with for like a long time, because I'm like, you know, you get on the ship, you meet people, but then you go on and live your lives. But there's probably about like 8 people that I'll probably keep in contact with for a long time from this cruise, because I spent so much time with them, like almost every day. Well, no, right. He didn't start lathering me up till about day 4. So like the first day I didn't wear any sunscreen. Then I self-applied it, and like it didn't feel like how I wanted it. I didn't like, you know, give me the results I wanted to. So I'm like, I gotta find a man for this. And then I found him. And I said, wow, you're a man. You're a 6'6" Bahama man. And I would love it if you would just rub that sunscreen all over my body. And he said, oh, Nick, we do this in the Bahamas all the time. And he got his hands full of sunscreen. He said, let me give you the Bahama rub down. He gave me the Bahama rub down. And by the end of that, you know, I was tanning instead of burning. And that's the secret of the Bahama rub down. It was pretty great. And Nick is a date 4 kind of guy. Yeah, right. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I'm more of a date 3 kind of guy, you know? First 2 dates, you're trying to get comfortable. Date 3, that's when you're going to be rubbing that sunscreen on each other. I wouldn't be comfortable getting a Bahama rub down date 2, but date 3, I'm open to it. If I like you enough, I actually think that could work. Is this wholesome? It's whatever you want it to be, dude. It could be wholesome if you want. If you think it's wholesome, then I think then it's wholesome. Guys, I want to keep streaming, but I probably should get some rest. And I want to watch a couple episodes of Rick and Morty. But I will be back probably Wednesday or Thursday this week. And then we're back for like the whole summer. So I got to rest up, get rid of the sickness. I'll tell you guys a story before we end today. I'll tell you guys a story. I told the story when I went live, but some of you guys probably weren't here quite yet. But where's this picture at? This was Brandon. He was from the Bahamas. He was 6'6" and like 360 pounds. And he was probably the nicest guy I've ever met. He was so friendly. He was always so helpful. He was always like, he was like celebrating his like 25th birthday, I think. And he flew in from the Bahamas, but his airline didn't fly his luggage in. So he flew in with nothing, but like his carry-on backpack. And he calls his airport and he's like, hey, do you guys have my luggage? And the guy goes, yeah, we have it right here, sir. And he's like, why do you have it right there? I'm in Miami. and then I think they were sending it to him because he planned on being in Florida for a while. And then it was just we were laughing so hard because he had to go buy all new clothes and all new a whole new wardrobe. And then he was just buying clothes all the time, like from all like the shops and like the ports. But he was like the nicest guy I met on the ship. And then I think that was all the pictures I took. But I felt horrible for him. Like imagine flying somewhere like out of state, and you're flying into a new country, and then you call your airport and they say, oh yeah, no worries, we got your luggage right here. You're like, my flight flew in 6 hours ago. You didn't think to put the luggage on the plane? Oh, do you, Rye? You know, I didn't even plan to bring this Lapras with me on the trip, but this photo is actually pretty great. Because I was sitting there, I'm like, this could be a cool photo opportunity. And I should have put the Lapras further out so you couldn't see like the ship anymore. That would have been cool. And I could have like cropped the ship out, but oh well. I can still probably do that, you know. Hey, Ben, I appreciate you, dude. I'm glad to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm home. I'm in one piece. My ankle's all messed up. I'm sick. I am sunburned. But I'm besides that, I had a really good time. I really wouldn't have traded that trip for the world. I saw so many things I would never have seen otherwise. So before I wrap up today, if anybody out there that's listening to me right now, if you want to go do something in your life and you want to go have an experience or go take a trip or like get away from like your average everyday, you know, schedule, and you want like a little bit of a little mix up or excitement, you should just book something or like go do something and like just get out there a little bit. Because it's so easy to get in the same to not necessarily be locked into something, because like I enjoy my life here and I love everything I do in my life, but you just need like a little bit of a shakeup sometimes. Because when I got home, like I appreciated my home so much more after like being away from it and like going to see new stuff. I've never been happier to be home than I am right now. And I wouldn't feel this way unless I left for a while. So I think that can be something that's really important to remember. You kind of sometimes just got to get out there and go live life and meet new people and see some new things and experience new things. It truly was a great time. No, I didn't see any sea turtles. That was probably the one thing about the trip that I would have changed. I would have liked to see a sea turtle. I didn't see any of them. I snorkeled one of the days, but I didn't see anything. Here's another crazy story, guys. I met a girl on the ship. She's a pharmacist from Atlanta. We became pretty good friends. We were talking a little bit, and she was scuba diving on the trip. She was taking like an excursion that wasn't through the cruise line to go scuba diving. And I asked her the night before, I said, if I go snorkeling, since you're like a scuba dive girl, what are the odds that I'm gonna get stung by a jellyfish? And she said, if you don't go that deep, you should be fine. And the next day she scuba dives and she gets stung by a jellyfish. And she gets back on the ship. She's like, Nick, you'll never believe what happened. I'm like, what? She's like, I got stung by a jellyfish today. And her leg looked pretty bad. And I was like, I want to apologize because I feel like I manifested that. And she was like, no, it happened. So that was pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, I met a lot of girls on the ship. I met a couple guys that I became good friends with, but there's a lot of women on the ship that I became pretty good friends with too. But it was just a good time. I had a really fun time. But on that note, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I will see you guys again a little bit later this week. I'm going to get back on, I got to figure my life out. Did I tell her to elevate her leg? No, I didn't. I told her to keep that thing down. She asked me if I should elevate. I said, no, girl, you can keep that on the ground. You don't gotta raise it up any higher than it already is. If you guys want to follow me anywhere, you can follow any of my socials. They're all in chat. If you want to follow my Twitter, Instagram, anything, you can follow me anywhere you want. I had a really fun time being live, and I'm going to go take some time to rest up, and I will catch you guys for a lot more streams very soon. And we will, did I pee on her leg? No, I didn't pee on her leg, thankfully. I would do it, dude. If there was a girl I was around and she needed me to pee on her leg, if she was like really down that bad and she was desperate, I would say, I did eat a lot of, before I pee on your leg, I want to let you know I did have a lot of asparagus for dinner last night, so this pee might come out pretty smelly. But if you're really in that much agony, I will help you, and I will try to put you out of the agony that you're in. And I'm sorry, I will try not to have any more asparagus for a long time, because nobody wants to get peed on by someone that had asparagus the night before. No way. I wouldn't want to do that. So just know, if you're a man or a woman or anybody and you ever get stung by a jellyfish and I got bladder or if I got urine in my bladder, I'll piss on you. I'd do it. Thank you guys for hanging out and just listening to me rant about the trip, and I had a good time. And I'll be back again before you guys even know it. That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. It feels so good to be raiding somebody, man. All right, guys, we're gonna raid. I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna stream a couple episodes of Rick and Morty in the Discords if you want to watch that with me. Probably just 2. We'll watch 2 episodes of Rick and Morty, and then I'm gonna get some more sleep. But you guys are the best, man. Thank you everybody that hung out. If you did drop a like on the stream, I really appreciate that too. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, your bladders, your legs, your ankles, your whatever else. Make sure if you're walking down a flight of stairs, even if you're excited and like you're meeting people that are going to be on the bottom of those stairs, don't roll your ankle, because this sucks. A rolled ankle really sucks. So make sure you don't roll your ankle in the future. And I'll catch you guys back soon. I'll be back really soon. It's good to be home. I just gotta get over this cold, and I gotta get some stuff done around my house, and we're back to a stream schedule. Who should we raid today? Do 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 do. Jared, you had to hide somebody earlier? Dude, you gifted 5 memberships, you became a member, and you hid someone in chat today? Dude, I'm making you work. Jared, you're like one of the employees on the cruise ship when someone's not washing their hands. Instead of trying to spray spray sanitizer on people, you're spraying the band hammer on them. You see somebody in chat spamming or trolling or insulting me, you go, washy washy, and then you press that ban button so quick with so much justice. You're slamming down upon them. Jared said, "You're not going to troll Nick. Washy washy." He snaps his fingers and dude, they're gone. You're not going to see him anymore. Make sure you guys wash your hands, all right? Wash your hands. Don't cough on people. If you have kids, make sure you raise them in a way where they're not a nuisance to everybody else. Be careful when you're walking downstairs. Don't sprain your ankle. What else? What more advice can I give you? And here's some advice. If you're ever up $500 at the casino and you think you can win more, stop gambling. Like, just go back to your room or go home. Because when you're up $500, you're probably going to walk home with less if you keep gambling. I learned that. I already learned that lesson, but I learned it again the hard way. And stay happy, healthy, hydrated, and I will catch you guys later. We're going to go raid. And if you're in the nightclub and you're dancing with a woman and she starts getting low and she starts shoving her booty on you, she's probably not bending down to try to find her lost earring. So don't turn your flashlight on your phone trying to help her, because that's not what she's doing that for. She's got other intentions. She got some other intentions. Ba-da-da-da. Guys, we're gonna go raid my friend. We're gonna go raid my friend. Is he still alive? Sometimes this doesn't even show me. Yeah, they're still alive. Because we're gonna raid Dread Captain Ted today, and I will catch you guys later. Yo, Natty, how we doing, girl? All right, I will work on getting better and not being. I gotta get over the sickness, and I'll catch you guys soon. I'll stream in Rick and Morty. Give me like 10 minutes, okay? I'll catch you guys later. I love you all very much. I appreciate you all very much, and we will be back to a regular schedule in no time. We've been live for 2.5 hours already. That's crazy. That was a long stream. Well, I mean, longer than I thought it'd be. Ta-ta.